Hello, everybody. It is that time of the week. It is your illustrious hosts, Infernal Drake and Dragon's Fury.
Hi everyone. Hope you all are doing well.
And if not, we hope the episode helps. And if it doesn't, not our fault. And we hope you enjoyed your holidays if you celebrate them. And happy birthday, Aurel.
Happy birthday.
And so yeah, it's it's weird recording two episodes in the same week.
Yeah, no, it's
Again,
definitely
because we used to do
definitely a
it,
good
but
thing.
it's weird doing it again.
I know. Well, before we would do like back to back,
Yeah, we would.
like
Yeah, we did do it back to back. I think it's bad because it's like my schedule is so out of whack due to like the season and then just the nature of my job, and so record when we did the first recording for last week's episode, I was off, and then
yeah.
this one I'm also off. I was also off today, and then I
I mean,
start
hey, it
back
works
up,
out.
and yeah, so well that's why I brought it up because I was off today. Um, but it's still like all wackadzoo, and now I'm streaming on my off days on TikTok, so it's just very choppy and jumpy.
Yeah. Honestly, that's something I really need to get back to. Like, I put streaming on such a hiatus. I really need to get back to it.
So let's see. What did we? Because I had something on here.
I
No,
feel like
not shared.
actually, I'm curious, just because. What is one goal you are hoping for in the new year?
To still be alive.
Okay, besides the obvious.
Zuko's freaking tail messed up the key, and I was like, what the fuck? Seriously, why are you the color that would mess it up? I don't know. Yeah, I don't do the goal thing because there's too much going wrong for me to worry about a goal of anything, because like all it's gonna be, it's like, hey, this is where I want to be, cool, here's all the reasons why I can't, right? Like 3 years behind on a house. It's I've had to change jobs twice in the past 5 years, like by force, not a
Well, yeah.
like, oh, I'm moving on to something better, right? No, I was forced out of my job. The fact that it's happened twice in my lifetime is kind of ridiculous. Technically 2.5, because I had to leave being recreations because they just don't pay enough, and so like I had to leave there, and then that took me into IT for that hot stint, and I left there because I was planning to go somewhere better, just to get ghosted by the next person that I was supposed to be working for, and then that puts me in that weird space for the moving company, and
Yeah.
almost getting severely hurt there, to end up as the government contractor, which I thought was going to kind of be where I ended everything. Granted, my dad didn't want me to be there that long, and being like, he was intending it for me to just be a kind of a get me back on my feet kind of thing, and he was like, this is not where your like your career kind of thing would be,
Yeah.
like, this isn't it. What is it, Zuzu?
Like basically something to keep you going until you found something that fit more in line with what you wanted.
Right. And but the reality of that is like literally what we're doing is what is in line with what I wanted to do, right? Like, I
Yeah.
to do it on a professional level is, in my opinion right now, like impossible, because the space has changed so much that a lot of like what would be the old, I guess, old format of doing things is no longer viable because of like just like the space of things. And then also like these varying platforms are just terrible places to be. Me and Aro was talking about it, and during my stream today, that like they only come on TikTok for me and Apollo, like
Oh wow.
because TikTok is just such a terrible place for them that they're just like, I don't want to be here otherwise than for like those two people, which
Yeah, I
says
mean,
a lot.
yeah, no, I mean, I kind of agree with that. There's a lot of stuff I wish I didn't see on the talks.
And that's just being the newest platform. So it's like we've had all of the trouble with Twitch over the
Twitch,
years. You know,
YouTube.
YouTube is still problematic. Um, you know, you got all of the switching of hands of all the stuff for like between, you know, Instagram and Facebook and
Yeah.
X, you know,
God,
Twitter
I
and all
stopped
this
using
stuff.
Facebook such a long time ago.
Um, and so it's a very interesting thing, and it's kind of shitty, because and then on like the actual like corporate side of stuff, it's, you know, everyone's all about streaming, right? And like the streaming platforms, and then we've cycled back because, you know, history repeats itself, back to the
Yep.
same setup of what cable was. Is you now are trying to find the platform that has the most of your content that you want to, and instead of all of the individual places, which what was the whole, like that was the solution cable was. They had all of these outlets for information, and then the companies were like, okay, well, we will do all the middleman work of getting it from all the studios, package it all up, send it out to the customer, right? And so
Yeah.
now you pay them for, you know, just for easy discussion, 100 channels. Those are all the 100 channels available, right? Like it's all of them.
Hmm.
And you were set. But then you got to a point where the collective is how I'm just going to refer to people that affected it. Well, because it's not all people, right? Like not everybody was
Yeah.
on cable, like, right? It was the ones who were
Hey,
on
well, that's
cable, right?
satellite.
Yeah, and then you had like the side piece, the side bits of like satellite, and then you had you know, like the premium channels
You
when
better
that
hope
came
that
about.
dish is pointing in the right direction.
All of the varying things, right? So, but in the cable space, you had all of these people who got to a point where they're like, okay, I only watch 10 of these channels that are available, which
Yeah.
again, that's fine. I don't expect someone to enjoy a full library worth of content, right? That's
Yeah, heck,
just
in my case,
silly.
it's probably
One.
five channels, which was, well, in my case at the time it was like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney, Food Network, and Sci-Fi. Maybe
Yeah.
Discovery.
Yeah, the big five at best. Um, and so now you
I
have
still watch Food Network here and there.
now you have these people who are like, I don't want to pay all this money for all of these other, you know, basically, you know, the other 90 channels that I don't watch, which
Yeah.
fair, right? So now we have the you know, introduction of, you know, the streaming services, the first, you know, early streaming services. We'll just use, you know, Netflix for discussion reasons.
Remember when Netflix was mailing disc to homes?
Yeah, but you know, because they started in their different space, but then they're like, hey, this is something that people want. They want the streaming service. So, you know, Netflix starts offering the streaming service. It was like, okay, now I only pay for this one thing, and it's a library more custom to my preferences, right? So it's, you know, the algorithm of the content algorithm, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you start watching certain things, and then based off of those things of in the library, it was like, hey, based off of this movie, we suggest these movies. And then, you know, that's just how algorithms work. It's
And you
based
just
off
go
of what
down
you
the
think.
rabbit hole.
And you just go down the rabbit hole, right? And then you hit another big milestone of now Netflix has too many people, right? So now these other companies are like, how do we get that money, right? Because
How do we compete?
how do we compete, right? Because we're providing our content through cable, but people are leaving cable and going over to the streaming service. So now they're trying to figure out, okay, so now you have all the studios and whatnot giving to the streaming services while on the cable at the same time. And it, you know, all of the inner workings, it's complicated economics, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But what
I don't know if I'll see it in that class.
and the but like ultimately we came back to the same thing now because you have too many streaming stuff and it doesn't have all the stuff that anyone necessarily wants because what we got Netflix, we have Hulu, we have Paramount, we have
Disney
Amazon, we
Plus,
have
Peacock,
Disney Plus, you have Peacock,
YouTube TV,
yeah, YouTube TV dropped it. Like you have Tubi, you have Freevee,
to be
all
or
of
not to be.
and all of these things. And so now we're just back in the same concept of it's like, okay, all the stuff that you want is now spread out again, and now you have to pay all of these varying
Which is so
subscriptions.
annoying because it's like, yeah, no, it's like some of the anime I want to watch are like, they're like some are on Crunchyroll, some are on Hulu, some are on Disney Plus. I'm like,
Yep.
fudge.
It's the consequences of being selfish. Like that's just the best way I can put it. It's
Yeah,
this the
corporate greed.
in not no, it's not corporate greed. It's the people's problem.
Oh,
This
that
is
too.
the one thing that it's not corporate greed because they were answering the problem, right?
Now the greed is the fact that like just with
The
how they are
greed is
handling these streaming services.
the greed is the different levels of it where it's like, oh, you have ads and you have the not ads and you have the monthlies or whatever. That's where the greed
Like
comes in.
Amazon is terrible.
And so I was just like, yeah, that's where I would put the greed. But the ultimate problem of how we got here was strictly because people are selfish. In
Yeah,
that they're like, what I want, me, and then there was enough people in the same me boat that they were like, okay, well, we'll give you what you want, and now we're back screwed, right?
yep. Back to square one.
Back to square one. And so that is just like, this sidebar metaphor for like just generally how things go for me is just like, hey, you put in all this work towards this one thing just for it to get fucking sideswiped back into square one. So I just
Makes
don't
her.
I just don't do that anymore because it's less stress and I'm trying to keep my hair. So
I mean, understandable. I mean, hell, like, hell, Mixer would have been awesome if it stayed around.
Yeah, Mixer would have been awesome, but again, that a people thing. No
Yeah,
one no one is willing to give something a chance long enough to see if it's actually good enough because they keep comparing it to what's current, which I get that is just how you process things. Like you find the patterns and you make comparisons, and then that's how you make your opinion on something. At the same time, I feel like we need to get to a point of just being able to accept something as is without making comparisons, because
yeah,
once you start making comparisons, that's when you negate the value of the other thing because you're too busy trying
yeah,
to find the value of the other thing in this new thing. So whatever you're mad about with, you know, item B, well, no, item A in this case. So whatever you're mad about with item A, you're looking for the improvements or the fix in item B, and item B is not necessarily there to do that. It's like,
yeah.
okay,
It's there.
great.
It's there to be its own thing.
Right. Uh, so it is. It's a thing. It's great for psychology people. Like if you look at like if you start looking at this stuff from like a psychology perspective, it's very very interesting. It's highly irritating because
Yeah,
it makes sense why it keeps happening, but it's one of those things of like, can it just not? I was like, I know why it is, but I don't like it.
it's like, can we not? Nah, we're gonna
It's,
do it anyway.
yeah, we're gonna do it anyway. Um, so I don't know. That is, I just want to make it. It's essentially where I sit on that. Um, the and the other, what was the other thing?
It's
Oh
so kind of
god.
funny because like like my thinking of like how you, well, besides going on the very detailed discussion that we just had, like a simple answer I thought you were gonna say is just like, oh, more viewers on my streams or something like that. Something very simple.
Yeah, but at the same, The issue with why I couldn't do it simple like that is because it's not like a thing. It's I do this because I'm bored, right? I
Yeah.
don't do it for the sake. Like I guess the simple answer was just to be for Florida famous, but that's strictly just for the sake of I just want to be
Florida
able to
man.
do certain things because I'm bored and then I have the ability to do that, right? Like
Yeah.
I want the ability to be able to like call up an event planner for one of the conventions or something and been like, "Hey, do you have an open spot for like a panel?" and just show up, right? Like because
Yeah.
I have nothing else to do at that time. Or I was like, "Hey, I want something to do that weekend," and then just roll up, right? Or have the opportunity for these like people to just kind of like ring like, shoot me a DM being like, "Hey, we have this thing
Hey,
going on.
it's
You
like, hey, we gonna be doing a collab. You want to join in?
you right, like that's pretty much where I like would be content, is just kind of being like, hey, let's collab on this thing because it's something that you do anyway, and it won't be a lot of effort. That's ultimately what it
Yeah.
is. I'm lazy. um I don't want to put in that much work for something that is just to kill time. Like if this was
Yeah, that's fair.
what I wanted to do, like yeah, I'm trying to make bank. I'm trying to have my lifestyle payrolled by social media. Then by all means, yeah, I want more views, more interactions, blah blah blah. But I I just do it for fun, and I think that also sets me apart from everyone else because people I feel like people find joy in it, but the original goal was still to try to like make money off of it. Like they're like, oh, it's like,
Yeah, for majority of people, I do agree that one reason why they get into content creation is money. But it's like I feel like the real genuine ones are those that start out as doing it for fun, and it just became something that they earn money.
yeah, which hey, go you. I don't
Which
see that in
funny
my
enough,
future.
which yeah, well, fingers crossed. But it's like it's funny because like when you really think about it, like there's some like content creators out there like you can tell like which ones started out for fun and just
Oh
they
yeah,
just grew.
it definitely like what's it, Barley. Barley's definitely one of those. Um, that the model broke.
Oh gee, wait, did it?
Yeah, you were like your head kind of got stuck like this, and your eyes are like, and then it
Oh,
came back.
oh, sorry, I was scratching my ear. Yeah, I don't really have a scratching ear emote, so it's just like, ah.
um, but yeah, Barley. I would say Barley was very much a. He was just doing it for the sake of doing it, and then people kind of like gravitated to him. Which, hey, you do you, boo boo. Like that.
I'll
I
say
love that for you.
Markiplier is probably another one.
Um, yeah, okay. I never followed him so much, so I can't
Yeah,
really say.
because like I obviously wasn't there when like he first started, but it's like I saw a lot of his earlier content. Like you can definitely tell, like he was just doing it for fun. And it's like, I mean, hell, like I mean, he's going having a movie coming out in January.
Ooh, and not to say like content creators aren't having fun with what they're doing, but you can definitely tell which ones are kind of
You
succumbed
have mail.
to the rules and regulations of social media, where it's like,
Yeah,
oh, you have to do these trends, like this is where it's like, I was like, the people's attention span is very fickle, so I rather just find the people that are going to enjoy what I have anyway, regardless of what
it's
I'm
like
doing, and
yeah,
then
it's
we
like
go from there.
I'd rather be me instead of being fake.
Yeah, so I was like, and
Because
that's
it's like
how RL
I feel like
found me.
yeah, I feel like it's more of a hassle to try to be fake than real.
Oh no, it is, but you've seen it, like you have witnesses and like stories of that happening. It was like it's the streamers saying like they're getting burnt out, or like
Mhm.
it's become too much. They're overstimulated. It was like, yeah, it's because they're too busy trying to cater to whatever is trending now to be able to maintain the necessary following to be able to keep that money rolling in. And it's like very much like any other job you do, you got to do what you have to do to, complete the job. But when it's based off of you solely, it's just not worth it. And then this is why people back like either drop off for like a few months and then they come back,
Yeah,
and
go
then
on hiatus.
they go on hiatus, but then they come back and they tell you it was like, oh yeah, like now that I'm feeling better, here's what actually was happening. And you're just sitting there like,
I was like, I'm sorry, what?
the fuck? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, you were like 2 inches away from pulling the trigger? Like, huh?
Yeah, right.
Like,
It's like, I'm sorry, you're having a mental breakdown. It's like,
yeah, right.
excuse me?
And it's a very interesting thing. And then in the same vein of that, that brings up the concept of like these parasocial relationships of people.
Oh, yeah.
And like the things, because it was in another stream I was in, someone was talking about like one of the K groups that one of the guys had, like, it came out that he had had something with one of the members of some other girl group, and they just lost their shit over it.
I heard about this.
And it's and people are just like, the fuck. But then on the same hand, the same hand of it, everyone was like, yeah, this is just the reality of it. It's like you have all of these women and men too do the same thing, who've created these fantasies in their head that they have some kind of claim over this person, and anytime that this person decides, hey, I want to have a life of my own that is not necessarily approved of by said individuals, then a riot happens, and you're just like, who are you?
Yeah, I know, right? It's just like you do realize they don't know who you really are, and also they have their own life. Like,
you're some random ass person who's throwing a fit over something that's none of your fucking business. And it's just very interesting. And that's also something I don't want to deal with. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be at this point that I, have a hilarious following of like females throwing themselves at me. But I've had it happen to where
he's a married man, people. He's a married man.
That means nothing. Like, no one cares.
I tried.
Like, they do not care. Like, it might make it worse.
I know.
It might make it worse because a mermaid, is like showing, like, randomly shows up in my stuff, and you get one of two things that happens, right? When people find out about mermaid, it's they're not paying attention to these, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, so they're not paying attention to this, so they don't know mermaid exists, right? And which is crazy because she always comes up. And so it's like, on one hand, it's, oh, you're married. That's great. How long? Blah, blah, blah. We have a conversation about that. And then the other hand, it's like this complete and utter shock, which I don't know in which direction, that I'm married, let alone married for how long I've been. And so it's just like, did you think I wasn't capable of being in a relationship long term? Or is it you just defaulted in thinking I was single because of what I'm doing? Like, I don't know, and it's just really weird. Like I said,
it's like, which one is it?
Like, which one is it? And then and then there's in like certain spaces where it's like, obviously people are just like, oh, cool, and then other ones it's just like, that's weird. Like, it's almost like being married is kind of like a taboo now, just because of the social space of like everything.
Like, oh, you're streaming and married,
and married. It was like, yeah, like the identity of the streamer is being broken because I am someone who has a regular job, and then I just do this on the side. Like, I have half of a family because I don't have kids, but like I
have Zuko.
That's her kid. But yes, I do have Zuko. But it's just like, oh, okay. It's like, it's just, people are being weird all the time, and it's just like,
yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. But I guess the same, not as winded to you. Like, where are your plans? Hopefully, better execution.
Yeah, no, like, that's pretty much, it's like, first goal, keep with the plan. but one of my main goals is definitely to actually have a concrete streaming schedule, like actually get back into streaming, especially since Code Vein 2 is coming out soon, and I need to be ready.
Hmm.
Um,
I gotta finish
and so yeah.
Control because Control's getting a new sequel.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. But yeah, I think that's one of the main goals is to actually keep a concrete streaming schedule, and to just do my best to stick to it. And I guess other goal, keep the goal.
Keep the goal. Like, do the thing. Keep the thing.
Because that is always my worst thing. Is like, all right, we got some of a schedule. Or she's going to hiatus for a couple weeks. It's like shit.
Yeah. It's always yeah. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see what the next few months have to offer. Just like kind of like in general, especially with work, because I would like this to pay off in a decent way. Like I would like to be able to stay with this job because I do enjoy what I'm doing right now. Granted, I'm tired and sore every time I come home, but that's because I do manual labor. But
Yeah, you're gonna be swollen.
yeah, that's definitely it. Swollen. um,
Yeah,
the
not swollen.
swollen, yeah, and trying to be able to sustain myself via that job fully is completely contingent on the progress and kind of like the growth of the company itself. So
True.
here's hoping that I can ride this out as a permanent thing, and then kind of like have the sporadic stream schedule I will have here, but like that's just like kind of the thing. And let's just kind of like go from there. Because again, it's always the people who are very, very far away that are the greatest supporters.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. In a way, that's similar to mine because, like, I'm waiting to see if anything positive happens at my job. If it does, then I will hopefully be in a better spot. Because right now, obviously, I'm in a stable job, which I'm very thankful for, especially after what happened at the beginning of this year. Yeah, we've had one hell of a year,
yeah,
but I'm at least happy that we are at least ending the year in a somewhat positive manner.
yeah, that definitely helps. Because when is New Year's? New Year's Eve's on a Wednesday. Okay. Yep. So it's definitely a hope for the best kind of situation. Hope for everything else to pick up greatly. But yeah, so pretty much actually no, not pretty much. This is the last episode of the year.
Yep.
This is the last episode of the year. So I want to take the time to thank everybody who has been in any capacity of support this year.
Yep. Whether you watch for a minute or two or stuck around for every episode, which thank you again for that.
Yep, and all of the varying things. As things progress, we'll pretty say there's possibility that the Patreon will be reactivated. Because there has been interest in it, so I will have to look into that. Again, I'm sorry, RL, that it's so much for you. I did change the tiers to be the lowest one, so hopefully that's mildly better. But I know the conversion rate is still a little rough for you. So and
Yeah,
realistically,
economics suck.
I think given your habits of consuming our content, you would probably be able to get through the library, the catalog. That's the word I'm looking for. You'll probably be able to get through the catalog in a month. So
I mean, the library works too.
yeah. So if you just want to pop in for like a month or so to get access to everything and just binge it and then
Check it out.
and go back down to free tier, I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. Like, it was just It's just a side thing. It's just a little extra that I had the idea for that part of the catalog. And then also the whatever stuff, like the stuff that we have, the little bit of money we have gotten from that has gone back into here. So like the little bit of money has like kind of helped with certain things of keeping it going, like the story and the whatnot going. So, and then shout out to all the new people who've come through for the streams, and either from Apollo side, my side. I think we've gotten like a couple from your side, Infernal.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's just, just a big thank you all around, and we'll, keep it going the best we can, keep the interest up. I will always have
vibes going.
I'll always have something to rant about. That's never going to be an issue, but I'll try to keep it.
He's not wrong.
In variety, the best I can. Try not to duplicate too many things. Try to get more stories for you guys, because I haven't done a story time in a hot minute, but I haven't had anything like I haven't done anything crazy in a game yet that has warranted a story time. But yeah,
we should play more games.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. Too many games require too many games require are time sensitive, like because of the passes and like the content or whatever. It's always limited.
Yeah.
Like I can't just go play it. That's why I haven't been on ESO. That's why I haven't been on Control, because I got all these passes and stuff between Apex and Predecessor and League and all this stuff. Is just, if I want that stuff, I have to be there and playing the games that aren't new, like
and
adding
with the
new
Demacia
stuff.
season coming up in League,
that might break me free though, because like I don't care about Demacia.
Fair enough.
So
I do kind of regret not playing the Ionian season, just because that's my region. But oh well.
Yeah. So. But yeah, so once again, thank you everybody, and we will be back with you in
the new year.
In the new year, that first Friday of the new year. We'll be back, and till then, enjoy your birthday, Aurel, and we will see whoever wins. So my brain just like stopped.
I'll say happy birthday again, and for all those celebrating the holidays or end of the year, hope you all have a good year, and see you all the next one.
Yeah, we're out of here.